Hi everybody, I'm Chris and today we're taking a look at how to create a little plugin with ChatGPT. And first we jump in Maya and let's see what we want to create. I want to create a plugin that rotates the camera. For example, we have a pretty long object and in the top view right now it's pretty good, but sometimes my object is rotated at about 90 degrees, and so now it's pretty useless for this camera position because I lose a lot of space and I want to rotate the orthographic camera. That means if I make it by hand, I have the top camera here and I want to rotate it about the z-axis so that this happens and I can use more of my current screen. So okay, let's look inside of ChatGPT what I can do wrong and what I can do right. So first, what I can do is I can just write what I want to have. So what I write is, hey, can you create a script for Maya that rotates the orthographic camera in 90-degree steps? Let's do it. Sure, here's our Python script. That looks not too bad. Let's try it out. Opening the window. Be sure to create a new Python script. And let's run this. Oh, nothing is happening. There's an error. What's the problem? Why can ChatGPT not solve my issue? What's the matter? What I now can do is I can read this error line. No object matches name orthographic cam1. Okay, so the first error, the first mistake that I've done is I don't read what ChatGPT also told me. So the chat told me to use the script, simply copy paste the script editor in Maya and replace orthographic cam with the name of your orthographic camera. That means this this code is not just grabbing any camera, so we have to make it a little bit more precise. That's the first learning. If you want to make a script, make it more precise. And what I do now is I don't go on and try to fix it. I just optimize my starting prompt. So what I've done right now is I have optimized my base prompt and I have written, hey, can you create a script for Maya that rotates the camera of the current view in 90-degree steps? So it includes a little bit more. So let's run this prompt again. And like always, ChatGPT told me that he can solve this. And what he now adds is get the camera, and that's what we need. So copy the code, but first read what ChatGPT had to told us. Okay, let's go in here, copy paste the script, press play, but it's not working. What we now can do is we can take this error line, copy paste it, and we can put it here to ask ChatGPT what's wrong. And then ChatGPT will tell us what is the problem. Okay, and now ChatGPT will update this code and we can jump back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But the problem is that some solutions are, I would say, too complex for ChatGPT. So we had to separate it in several scripts. So let's see what I've done to create a script manually. I have the current view. What I've done then is I have looked which kind of camera name is the one I need. Then I have selected the camera, and after I have selected the camera, I rotated it. So what I can do to optimize ChatGPT is I go to every step by step. I make every step by step. So it's easier for ChatGPT and it's easier for me to debug the code because I'm not really a scripter or something like this. So make it as easy as possible. Okay, let's start new chat. So let's do something like this. Hey, can you create a script for Maya that selects the camera which is currently used in the active viewport. Can you give out the name of the camera? So that's pretty basic, and that's the first step we have to solve with this script. So that looks fine. Let's jump in here, replace our script, and let's check out what this error is. The script editor told us here that no viewport is found, and one problem here can be that if we click this button, we are not in the viewport, so the viewport is not active. So what I do now is save script to shelf, name it rotate, and now we see it works. Select the camera is the top camera. If I jump in here, we are now in the front camera, and I click rotate. It's not rotating, but it tells us which camera is selected. Okay, cool. So it works till here. That's perfect. Yes, also ChatGPT brings in a little panel for us that tells us if no viewport is selected, no valid viewport is found. So if I'm in this window and I press it, it tells us no valid viewport found. Okay, so cool. We have the first step. That's perfect. So next step is we have the camera found, and now ChatGPT should rotate this camera in his Z direction. Okay, so now we're on a good way. We're jumping in here. So what I ask now is, can you add in this code? So I don't want to start completely new. I just want to optimize this code. So can you add in this code that the selected camera gets rotated at the Z axis? So I try to be pretty exact. And the amount of rotation is adding 90 degrees. So I don't want to rotate it 180 degrees or something else. I just want to add 90 degrees. So let's try this. Copy the code. Jump to Maya. And now I don't use the script editor. I make a right click here and do edit, and here I just replace my code and close this, jump to this viewport, and it works. You can see here every time we click the button there are 90 degrees added. So several learnings we can find with ChatGPT. First, you have to make several little steps out of your big budget project. And also, you have to have a good knowledge for the program. Like you've seen before, I have to be in the viewport for rotating the active viewport. And these are sometimes little bugs that can give me a pain in the ass because I think, it's not working. ChatGPT is doing something wrong. But mostly it's just understanding the structure of the program. And the last point is, there are some things you just cannot do in Maya. You cannot do with a Python script. For example, if I create a new chat and I may want to ask ChatGPT, can you make a script for Maya that creates world peace and give me $1 million? Do it. Oh, sorry, it's not working. And for sure it's not working, it's just a joke, but there are several problems that I just cannot do in Maya with a little script. For example, if I ask, can you make a script that models a car? And yes, ChatGPT can do this, but it will look pretty crappy. So you pretty should know the boundaries, which kind of plugins you can make and which kind of plugins you can't make. So let's try this out. And it's not too bad. I mean, look at this. it tries to make a box with 2 circles in it. That's not that bad, but for sure it's not a car. And also, so you have to think about your plugins. You cannot do anything with ChatGPT, but if you break down the solutions, if you break down the plugin in little steps, then you can make nearly everything, but maybe not world peace and $1 million. So try out which kind of plugins you can do, and please write in the comments which cool stuff you created for Maya with ChatGPT. Thanks for watching.